the Volunteer of the Year Award. Nancy is Vice President of Operations. It may seem like a stormy, dark, dreary evening, but it is not, because Nancy's here, and Nancy represents sunshine. She's always pleasant and upbeat, one of the most beautiful people I've met. Nancy.
Yeah, someone said tonight, did I call you Little Miss Sunshine? I was not responsible for the weather. This is the Volunteer of the Year for the entire YMCA Southcoast. And it's a little bit different this year. And first I need to give you just a little bit of background. You know that the Y branding changed 3 years ago. We have a new logo. And we have areas of focus. That would be youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. And part of the healthy living was the Y to be a role model in health and wellness, but to start getting more outside of our doors and into the community. So we want you to know that healthy living and part of this is social responsibility too, is alive and well here on the South Coast. So for the past 4 years, we've had a coalition working. It's called Voices for a Healthy South Coast. And we started up because we received a grant from the Y of the USA. And the first person I want to call up is Donna Quarum, because she's been my co-coach. Donna, you get to come up. You're going to see we're going to have a big group up here. Donna works for Southcoast Hospitals Group, and when we got the grant, I had to find a like community organization. It was perfect. Southcoast Hospitals represents the same service area. They have hospitals, Toby, St. Luke's, Charlton, Wareham, New Bedford, Fall River, our service area. And Donna we didn't know each other. We just met. It's been 4 years, and it's been fabulous. So our mission has been to work on policy and environmental change systems to promote HEAL, H-E-A-L, which is healthy eating, active living. And then the CDC, because the grant came from Center for Disease Control, also threw in this little thing called tobacco and tobacco prevention. So we meet monthly, and we're always advocating out in our communities, the communities in which we work, the communities in which we live, like I live in Wareham, and communities which we play, from Fall River to Wareham. We have spoken at boards of health, select boards, city council meetings, planning, zoning meetings, many a time on nights and weekends. I call it the Y COO is my day job, and then I put my hat on at night and we do the healthy community work. And the list goes on. So I would like to bring up the rest of our coalition members that are here tonight. Come on, ladies, and maybe one gentleman? Oh, he's got the camera. He's got the camera. So ladies, come on all up. Come on all up. And we are all ladies. Judith, come on. Oh, yeah, and you two in the back can join us too. So when we first got the grants, we're back 4 years ago, I met Donna, and then we had to pull together the leadership team, and this is the team that we pulled together. There's a few people that couldn't make it tonight, but this is our leadership team. But there was a phone call that I had to make first, and that phone call was to Frank Duffy. And I said, Frank, there's some guy by the name of Dave Weed, and I need to meet Dave Weed, because he had been working on the initiative for Healthy City Fall River for the past 10 years, and he had been doing probably many of you have heard of the Fall River Fitness Challenge in 2007. So after I called Frank, he set up the meeting, I met Dave, and sort of, as they say, the rest is history. Because Dave, I told a little white lie to get you here tonight. It's not voices we're recognizing, it's you.
Go ahead.
talked about tonight, the true volunteer who never gets paid. Dave was doing all this work with Healthy City Fall River and the Fitness Challenge, never getting paid. I also want you to know that we talk about healthy eating, active living. He walks the talk. He's an avid jogger, bike rider, healthy diet. He's always, in fact, today I got an email thing about, the sugar and the fat and the salt. He's usually found behind a camera, as you saw tonight, taking photos, videos of healthy living initiatives across the South Coast. I looked on the webpage today for Healthy City Fall River. There are over 1,000 pages of website stuff that Dave has done. Dave, just himself. He's a voracious reader and researcher. He knows stats and data. But the biggest asset that he's been to our coalition is he is our strategist. He is the big thinker. He knows what needs to be done, and then he pokes like me. And then when Dave speaks, we listen and we act. Dave is responsible, turn to page 9, please. In your annual report, page 9, it was Dave who called me up and said, Nancy, we need to apply for this community transformation grant. I said, Dave, that's a CDC, straight to CDC, not through YMCA. We had to apply directly. I said, I've never applied. Well, you have to apply. We need a 501c3 to apply, because the hospital can't do it. You need to do it, right? So we pulled together last summer. We were writing like fiends, and then we got it. We got this $1 million grant, which is amazing. So Dave is responsible for the grants in Fall River, Mass in Motion Fall River, Children in Balance. And I do want to let you know that recently Fall River was one of 6 inaugural winners of the prestigious Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, which is the largest foundation that gives awards for healthy communities. Fall River, received the Roadmaps to Health Prize for the city just in this past February. Dave is a member of the Act Fresh leadership team, which is working across the state on healthy initiatives and healthy zoning. Then I found out, Marcia helped me out, he volunteers for the community. He doesn't even live in Massachusetts. He lives in Warren, Rhode Island. And he videotapes like the Conservation Commission. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. He's everywhere. An amazing Dr. David Weed. We want to recognize you for outstanding volunteer, for your outstanding commitment and service to our South Coast healthy community initiatives.
Nancy, I got the easy part. I just take pictures of what everybody here and everywhere around the community is doing. I'll tell you, you can't make a community be healthy. What you can do is encourage people who are doing healthy things. And I think that's what has really been remarkable across all of these communities that the Y serves, is that if you just pay attention to all the wonderful things that people are doing, guess what? They do more, and they get interested in it, and they like what they're doing. So I think if there's a take-home message in this whole thing, it's pay attention to what everybody's doing that's making your community healthy, because there's a lot going on. So I very much appreciate this, and boy, I owe you one on this one. Very sneaky. But I certainly appreciate what the Y does every day. I think tonight, without a doubt, look at the kinds of efforts that people make for this organization. It's just fantastic. And I think to have the kinds of commitment that all of you represent in each of these communities across the Southeast is just absolutely fabulous. Southeast has nothing to worry about when it comes to health, because you're all here and you're working on it. So I congratulate you.
used to being in front of the Lou. It's tough trying to, get behind it.
Okay, thank you.
Please drive home safely. And I think we have Amy King, who works as the office manager here in Massachusetts. And Amy, I would encourage you to continue singing while you're here so that Frank Duffy can hear you all the way in Fall River.